Hi, we're going to work on the SharePoint Ripper, and what I'll do is I'm going to use the our PowerPoint slides as kind of a template to go along with here. The as you know, we're delivering MilPDS products to secure SharePoint sites for each unit with either a CSS or CAG that have requested it. Not every unit has one, unless every unit with a CSS has one. And we're doing this in two ways. First, we are delivering automated products from MilPDS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, based on your administrative passcode, which for a lot of squadrons is your own passcode. Some squadrons take care of more than one unit, so they're the admin pass to those other units. We also deliver manual products there. Word documents, BTZ rosters, promotion rosters, promotion lists, the disability deployment or the deployment rosters. So it's critical, absolutely critical that you check this every single day, because your assignment notices are on here that are to be given to the commander or the superintendent 7 days before the member notices. If files are not delivered there daily, it's because the machines that also sit here on my desk have been kicked offline, but once we come into work, I reboot them, everything is caught up and set. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to install the MilPDS, what we call the Ripper, okay? And this is an important tool that converts all of these products into individual Word documents. Because in one product, you might have 30 different items for 30 different people. And nobody wants to cut and paste that into 30 different Word documents. So this tool does it. So the first thing we do is we head over to the SharePoint site. The address is listed above. And it's on my SharePoint site. And it's right here, listed under MilPDS Ripper Forms, as in the PowerPoint slide. So we're going to open that up. And there will be 3 files here, and what you're going to do is select the zip file, click on Files, and we're going to download a copy. Just go ahead and save it to your default download folder. And then what I would also do is make sure that you download the walkthrough, which is these PowerPoint slides that I have right here. We're going to download a copy of those as well. Okay. So now these are in our downloads folder, and what we will do is we're going to go to our Windows Explorer, our File Explorer, and we need to install this on a secure location on a network drive. This Ripper will not currently work on the hard drive because it's a macro and the security features are blocking it. So it needs to be installed on a network drive, not SharePoint, a network drive, an X drive, Y drive, whatever. Make sure this is a folder that's you own or is protected from prying eyes, because it will have PII. Okay, so in my instance, what we will do is we're going to install this in my PSM folder here, okay, and we're going to name it, we're going to create a new folder. There's my PSM folder here, and we're going to create a new folder, as it says right here, and we're just going to call it Products. Whoops, I'm sorry. We're going to rename, we're going to create a new folder. As soon as the network lets us go. Well, kind of messed around with me there. Okay. Alright, so now we have a products folder on the network drive within an area that's secure. Okay. Next step, we're going to go back to our downloads folder. We're going to grab that Ripper in. We're going to right click on it. We're going to click Extract All. Okay. and then we are going to use that same destination that we just created. So I'm going to go down here to PSM, products, there it is, select that folder, and now you see that the destination for the extraction is the products folder. And we're going to go ahead and click extract. Okay. Now, we'll go down here to the folder, and we will see 4 files. Okay. Now, for right now, since there's not already a hook that's called, we're going to double click the Ripper make hook file. We're going to go ahead and open it. And little pop-up said it was created, and now we have 5 files. And you will see that now if we sort this by date modified, we got a brand new file with today's date timestamp. Okay, so now we're done. We've installed the Ripper. Okay. So the next step is to download products to rip into here, okay? And this is where the magic happens. So we're going to go down to a SharePoint site for a squadron, and I've just picked one here that had some files, and right away you know that you've got files because of these right here, these little BKO and all these numbers. They're just randomly named by MilPDS, and then we also have some Word documents in here that were placed in there by the MPF. Okay, so we need to get these downloaded. Now, the best way to do this, once you're inside here, okay, is if you click on the library and you say open with Explorer, because this is a shortcut I'm giving you. Otherwise, you can download these one at a time, using the download. Well, if you've got a lot of files, that's going to take you a moment, and it's just not efficient. So we're gonna go back to library, and we're gonna click on Open with Explorer. And what will happen is it'll just create a connection to the actual server that all this is sitting on. And this is so cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place both of my file explorers here. So on this side of the screen, I have my products folder with the 5 Ripper files, and over here I have the pop-up where I clicked on File Explorer. This is my SharePoint site, and you can see here this is the pathway to my SharePoint site. Now check this out. All I'm going to do is I'm going to click on a few of these, and I'm going to drag and drop them over here. That's it. Okay? I'm going to drag and drop them over here. So you could do this with 20 files. You shouldn't have 20 files in a single day, but in case you do. Now I'm in someone's SharePoint site, so I'm not going to do this. But what I would then do once they're all transferred over is I would delete the files. It's critical that you delete the files off of SharePoint. Number one, we don't need that many files on SharePoint. SharePoint servers don't like thousands and thousands of little files, and we get hundreds and hundreds of products a day. So it's important that you go back and you just delete the files that you just moved over. Okay, so we're done now. We've simulated, we've copied over all of our files for the day. I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and so now I've got my my files with my Ripper. Okay, so the next step is double click the Ripper hook and watch what happens. I'm going to double click it. I'm going to open it. Little pop-ups come up, and what we want to see I'm sorry. double click the wrong one. Ripper per hook, run. My apologies. Okay, if this black window pops up, you are running good. And like it says, don't touch anything. Okay, enable the macro. It says don't touch anything. But what I want you to watch here is and it takes a little bit longer the first time, and after the first time it won't take quite as long. But we're going to watch what happens in the background here, okay? Because it's going to create a folder called backups, where when it's done, it's going to remove the original files to that location. And then we're going to see some Word documents begin to appear. And they're going to have the type of RIP, the member's name, and things like that, okay? So we're going to keep watching it here. Everything's running fine, okay? We've got this window up straight out of the PowerPoint slide. We're doing good. Like I said, this first time it only takes a moment because it's doing some stuff in the background. There we go. See this? How this RIP just popped out? So we know we're working it. And this is a heck of a lot easier than doing this manually copying and pasting. It's really a cool thing. See how it created this backups folder? It's automatically, and you're going to see these files disappear into that backups folder, and they'll be replaced by these Word documents. So we're just going to keep watching this here. Now, it is very important you don't start multitasking when this is happening, because this is a macro. You don't want to hit something and get it canceled and you got to start all over or reload them, okay? Because depending on the file size, I mean, like I said, there could be 15, 20 RIPs in one, and it is literally going through and parsing those out, making them Word documents. So if you know you've got a day where you're getting your feedback RIPs for your staff sergeants or something, you might have a lot of files, and just go get a cup of coffee. But all right, you see this thing disappearing? See some more Word documents showing up here. Like we've got a Decker 6 here, we've got a TR here, a couple more coming out. I mean, this is a lot easier than doing this manually. And this is the same tool that we use. So if you ever have any questions about this, anybody in the NPF should be able to help you, but always feel free to give me a buzz. I also do training on this every month. We're going to do it via live on windowslive.com. So that way you can kind of follow along on your computers if this video didn't suffice. And let's see, we just got 2 more. Oh, there's an assignment RIP for Staff Sergeant Gutierrez, it looks like. 2 assignment RIPs. And because I'm putting this out on YouTube, I'm not going to open anything up because of PII and things of that nature. So we won't be opening up any actual documents. When we do the training, I'll open that up and go through here. And one more. That's a second TR, probably another day. You're going to get a TR every single day. So if you don't check this for a few days, you'll get 3 or 4 TRs. And it's done. Okay? It's finishing up. And what will happen is the black screen will disappear on its own. Whoop, there it goes. And I've got these products here. And if I go into the backups, they're the originals that popped out. Okay? So that way you've got the backups, and now what you can do is process these RIPs, email them to the commander, or whatever you need to do with them, okay? So that's it. We've installed the Ripper, and we've been left with these files here. Make sure you go back and delete all the original files from SharePoint. But that's it. That's how you work this. key points, get them down daily, use the Ripper, delete them off of SharePoint. If you ever have any questions or anything, just let me know. And like I said, I offer the training every month, so just look out for those training notification emails, those lists, and make sure you attend on Microsoft Teams Live. Okay? Thank you.